Yo, top of the morning. En Jema Sabui to all my Indugus and Endadas and Buenos Dias to all my canas and canalitas. Hey, listen, I want to briefly address or touch upon the subject of interminority racism, specifically Southern Hispanics and blacks. The relationship that Southern Hispanics and blacks have been having, for the last maybe 3 decades have been one that's rooted in controversy, conflict. I made a video yesterday addressing, a few things that in my perception I perceive to be righteous and accurate, right? But I noticed a lot of Hispanics, they were infuriated at the topic that I was addressing from my perspective, right? One thing that I noticed about racism is those who practice it and execute it the most offended in this address. We're not racist. We live in communities where we welcome, Hispanic people. The last time that I was in a project, right? Like, hey, move your car and let mamas right there. She was an elderly Hispanic woman, and she had an elderly male with her who I presumed to be her spouse. So I moved my car, no hesitation, no problem. When Hispanics come into our community, we embrace them and we allow them to exist. We don't target them. We don't attempt to victimize them. But when you have African Americans in Southern California, I'm talking about Southern California, I can't speak upon what's going on in Northern California because I haven't fully experienced the culture up there. So I'm just talking about specifically Southern California, right? When African American families and single mothers move into these predominantly Hispanic communities that's governed by Sureños, they're ostracized, they're victimized, they're targeted, and they're alienated. They don't embrace us the way that we embrace them. But yet, when we talk about the Sureños' racial politics, we become the bad individuals for addressing the elephant in the room. And to me, that's nonsensical. It makes no sense. You can't even call a ball, a strike a strike. And if we are incapable of doing that, then how could we talk about creating better race relations between us and the Southern Hispanics, Sureños? It's impossible because there's no accountability. I'm not for sure if any of you are familiar with the black families, single mother families that was moving to one of the housing developments, the housing projects in East LA, and based on the no provoking from the families, no hanging out, no trying to conquer their turf, their area, no, none of that. Single mothers going from school to home, from work to home, no hanging out, none of that. No bringing no unnecessary attention to themselves and none of that. But for the sole reason of them being black, they were targeted. Their homes were firebombed. The Southern Hispanics, the Sureños, would have the local kids in the community to target and victimize the young black kids. That shit is sick. That shit is fucking insane. Y'all hate us that much to where you're targeting women and children? We don't do that. And this is the thing about carbonated, melanated people. We show the most sympathy. We show the most mercy. We show the most compassion to everybody but ourselves. Because we are soulful people. If you take an individual that can do a fraction, all right, if you take an individual who's non-black, right, and this individual can perform on a level of an average black, we highlight their abilities. We want to goat them. We want to put them on a pedestal. He ain't doing nothing extraordinary. He's just doing it at the capacity that the average black can do it. But being that he's non-black, we highlight them. But ours who are extraordinary in their respective fields, who are dominating and doing their thing, we want to criticize and condemn them. Prime example, LeBron James. We want to put our own down, belittle and berate our own, but when others come in that can do a fraction of what our greatest can do, we highlight them when they're non-black. It makes no sense, man. So, you know, my message and my point of going live is just touching on interminority racism, right? I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to upload it hopefully today, if my schedule permits, and I'm going to upload it today, and I'm going to let you know what's the origin of Southern Hispanics, you know, having this disdain and this deep hatred for African Americans. I'm going to get to the nitty gritty, because the only way that we can put solution problems is if we address and attack this shit at the root. So let's get to the root. And for the Hispanic brothers who are out there who take offense to what I'm saying, I'm not talking about Sureños, Southsiders who engage in racial politics and racial practices against African Americans and other minority groups. This isn't for all my Hispanic brothers and sisters, because all my Hispanic brothers and sisters don't practice and indulge in racism, racial divide, and you know, things of this nature. I would like to do a video that talks about the original inhabitants, the indigenous people of Mexico, who were melanated, carbonated people. Even the word Aztec, when you take the word Aztec and you break it down, or you get to the etymology of the word Aztec, they mean a dark, swarthy people with, you know what I mean? Then they talk about the hair, how the hair was coarse, and, you know, things of this nature. And it's like, how could y'all hate us so much, right? When you all, at one point in time, was a part of us. And people say, well, how was Mexicans black, and so on and so forth, and all this? The Mexicans was black. The Aztecs were, let me not say black, because black is pretty much associated with a culture and certain United States practices and whatnot. So I would stick with carbonated, melanated individuals, right? The Aztecs, the Mexicans, they were carbonated, melanated individuals until the Europeans from Spain came over here, conquered them, and gave them a formula that was akin to the Willie Lynch theory. So people say, well, how was Mexicans black, and why are they so light now? The reason why they are so light now is genetic modification. Research the Yakub theory, the Yakub philosophy. But check this out. Take an individual like Steph Curry. He's biracial. If Steph Curry's son has sex with a Caucasian woman and have a son, and his son has sex with a Caucasian woman and have a son, you wouldn't be able to look at Steph Curry's grandson or great-grandson and say, he's black. He would look more Caucasian than black, because the continuous mixing of races, you feel what I'm saying? And if this can happen in 4 generations with an individual like Steph Curry, and I'm just using him because I believe you all are familiar with him, and this is theoretically speaking, right? So if 4 generations can dilute the black gene or the carbonated gene to the point to where it kind of looks European, right? What you think can happen over a century, 2 centuries? But does that negate the fact that the indigenous people of Mexico were black? No, it don't. We're cousins. How could we hate y'all? How could we have so much disdain and hatred and animosity with you all when y'all are cousins? We family. And I know that historians paint the picture of the reason why it was carbonated people in Mexico is because of runaway slaves. No, those runaway slaves who were Indians, they knew that it was black down there in Mexico, and that's why they seek refuge there. The first president of Mexico was not African American. He was a carbonated individual. You look at me and you can see certain features that I have that tells of my Indian heritage. My peoples is from Oklahoma. My grandmother's mother and grandmother were born on an Indian reservation out in Oklahoma. So I have Choctaw in my blood. But the original Choctaw individuals were carbonated, melanated people. Why you think when they came over here to the Western Hemisphere, why you think Columbus and them thought they was in India? The original inhabitants of India is carbonated, charcoal colored people. And that's how the Indians here look. You have two sets of indigenous peoples or Indians that occupy this land that they call America, right? You have the descendants of Asia that came here over 35,000 years ago over the Bering Strait, right? And when they came, they began to have sex and get married and what you call it, intermingle with the darker complected Native Americans that was over here as well. Hey, but y'all stay up, be blessed. I just pulled up to work. I'm about to get in here and do what it is that I do. To all my people, man, I love y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay prosperous. 2024 is the year of manifestation. So if you think it, you can actually make it manifest, man. Family with who? What you mean family with who, Kim folks? The Hispanics are our family. The Mexicans is actually our family. They're our blood relatives. It's just when they start mixing with the Spaniards, it diluted their blood to where you have these kind of like, lighter complected individuals, but you still have the Hispanics that still have a dark pigmentation. You still have carbonated people that's in Mexico, southern Mexico. The Mexican government, no, they ain't a family. I can dig it. I hear you, family. I hear you, Kim folks. The first Mayans were black. Hey, the real K-Tone, hey, listen, man. I got nothing but love for you. You feel what I'm saying? I can understand why you say they're not our family, but historically and genetically they are. But by practice and cultural differences as of today, I can see why we disassociate ourselves with them. So I understand, family. I'm not beefing with you. I heard the first Mayans were black. Hell yeah, they were. No, he thought he was traveling to India, which is why he thought they were Indian. Columbus didn't know what an Indian looked like at the time. I can dig it, big bro, or little bro, or just bro, and I appreciate you chiming in. No, they not family. I can dig it, family. That's that LA shit. Yeah, unfortunately it is, man. But I can say we've been handling our own in LA. The Serranios the Serranios was so aggressively attacking the Norteños that they had to separate them, right? The Serranios was so aggressively attacking the Bulldogs that they had to separate them and give them their own prison facilities and receptions and all that. But we've been holding our own. We've been solid. Like, you feel what I'm saying? There's no institution that you can go to where they're separating us from the Serranios because we hold our own. We do our thing. You know what I mean? Yes, our people are lost. We are the indigenous people, and we are into. This is the truth. And if anybody want to try to refute or disagree with what I'm saying about me being Choctaw, I can present my paperwork. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, we can agree to disagree, most definitely, family. Man, I'm gonna love you regardless. And that's the thing. And I love that, homie, because we got to get at a point to where we can agree to disagree. It's okay. That don't mean that we beef, and that don't mean that we love each other less or we love any of our peoples less because we have a difference in opinions. You feel what I'm saying? But I guarantee you, some point down the line, it's going to be a lot of shit that we agree on. It's going to be a lot of shit that we have in common versus the things that separate us and the things that we disagree on. The Yay area. Hey, man, I got some partners in the Bay, man. Hey, I fuck with my Bay brothers, man. 100, man. Even in my YA days, homie, us going against the Norteños because of beef that they had with the brothers from the Bay, man. But you see, a lot of people don't see it they don't see the end game. They just see right here, right now. You feel what I'm saying? But I had a vision even as a kid, homie, and I understood what can happen if the brothers from the LA and the brothers from the Bay got together, man. And I feel like that almost happened in 04, 05. When E40 and Snoop Dogg was fucking with each other, doing a hyphy movement and all that, man, which was an amazing movement, man. I wish the hyphy movement or something else came immediately after because it's such a rich culture in the Bay. The Bay Area brothers got so much game about themselves. They got so much history and they got so much to offer, not just the West Coast music scene, but just music in general, you feel what I'm saying? So shout out to my brothers in the Bay, man. I love you niggas up there, man. Most definitely, family, most definitely. Blessings, young brother. Keep doing your thing. Much love from Cali Bay area. I fucks with my folks from the Bay. How my nigga Taco doing? Which Taco? Which one? Big Taco, Little Taco, Baby Taco? I think Little Taco got life. Big Taco, you in the projects. Baby Taco, you in the county right now. Hey, I appreciate that. The real K-Tone 100 family. Big Demon, hey, what's the deal? Demon, hey, listen, bro. We got to get together, big bro. I'm not going to waste your time. I got a vision. I see how powerful, and I see the endless opportunities that the brothers from Las Vegas have, bro. The biggest thing about the brothers from Las Vegas is they separated. Homie, Las Vegas have so many opportunities coming out here to where it's going to be the West Coast or the West. It's not really on the coast, but the Western America version of Atlanta. And it can be bigger than Atlanta. And I feel like right now is the time for the brothers from Las Vegas to capitalize off that, homie. If the brothers from Las Vegas can set aside their differences, I promise you, bro, Las Vegas will thrive. Las Vegas will surpass Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Atlanta, and all that. Man, it's so much, homie. I got to get together with you, big bro. I don't want to put too much out there, but I'm working on a movie called No Warning Shots, man, and it's going to be based out of Las Vegas. And I love for you to come on and support me with this because I understand the power of music in movies. When we made the movie Imperial Dreams, man, we was kind of at odds with other tribes and whatnot, but just based on the fact that we were doing a movie, a lot of guys was able to put their differences to the side so that we can accomplish this one goal. Man, let's chop it, big bro. Man, yeah, let's do it, man. Hey, listen, man, I'm all about my people. I don't come on, what's cracking? Hey, what's cracking, cuz? Looney, much love. I don't come out here with a superiority complex. I don't indulge in that LA versus Las Vegas rhetoric. I don't do that, homie, because I understand that it's killers and it's busters everywhere. Wherever you go, you understand what I'm saying? I just see the potential that Las Vegas hold for our people if we can just set aside our differences, man. And I love to sit down with you, man, and let's orchestrate something and then facilitate something and generate, you know, some capital for our folks, man. Straight up. Hey, but look, I got to get up in here, man, and facilitate these classes. You know, I teach classes on how to effectively create and maintain healthy relationships and things of that nature. You feel what I'm saying? Hey, but man, all my folks, man, I love y'all. You know, y'all stay up and be blessed, man, and it's our time, homie. Y'all stay up. One love. Man, hey, straight up, man. We gonna build. That's 100. Hey, Looney Line. Hey, any way that I can support you realistically, homie, count me in. I got you. World Renowned Productions. Man, peace and blessings to all my loved ones, man. I'm gonna drop that video a little later, man, and I'm hoping that we can create like a think tank, man, to start rectifying some of these sitting and these standing beefs, these sitting and these standing beefs and altercations and bad relations to you know, reunite our folks, man. You know what I mean? I'm from Watts, right? And in 1992 we had did something that was that was unheard of. That's when the Crips and the Bloods came together and it went halfway around the country. You understand what I'm saying? And the police sabotaged that. I'll give y'all that story later. How I seen the police running the projects and shoot and all this type of shit. How back in the days the police had tried to create a gang war between the Crips and the Bloods by killing Ricky Silas and blaming it on the Bloods. But it came out that the police had did it. You know what I mean? Hey, but y'all stay up and be blessed, man. I got to get up in this motherfucker. Spin it out, man.